Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom, and today I'm taking a look at Auburn Mall in Auburn, Massachusetts, not to be confused with Auburn Mall in Auburn, Maine. The last time I was here was back in January of 2023, so over 2 years ago at this point, and surprisingly, the mall seems to be doing better now than it was back then, or at least that's how it appears to me. Got bridal gowns, whatever.
Yeah, coming soon.
This mall was developed by JMB Realty and opened in 1971. It's currently managed and owned by Simon Property Group, and while I'm not the biggest fan of Simon's design choices for their malls, as I feel they tend to look rather sterile and bland in general, I have to say that they do appear to put effort into maintaining and revitalizing their malls, unlike some of the other big mall owners out there. So I do have to commend them for that. Also, from what I've read, Simon apparently has a good relationship with the town, again, unlike some other mall owners I can think of. This is where the Sears was located from opening day until it closed in February of 2020. And according to the mall directory, Simon is currently working on getting another business into the old Sears spot, but the directory said that back when I was here in 2023, so I'm not sure if or when that's actually going to happen. The original anchor stores were Sears and Denholm's, which was located at the other end of the mall. The third anchor location, which is currently occupied by Macy's, wasn't added until 1997. Today, that Macy's is the mall's only remaining anchor store. Don't remember that there last time. The Five Below? I don't remember that. That's because the last time I was here, that was a store called Fan Zone. And then this store on the right, Mia Moore, that used to be American Eagle Outfitters. I'm actually kind of surprised how many new stores they have in here since just 2023. It's interesting having Spider-Man in the window for Aeropostale. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, they have an FYE. A lot of these are closing. Let me take a quick look in here, yeah.
As a chain, you mean?
Yeah. And don't forget, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. I've got a lot more mall videos coming up, as well as store walkthroughs, and of course, flea markets. Thanks. 50% off. Ooh. 39. I don't think so. Yeah, they had that Star Wars figure at $39.99, 50% off, so $20. But you can go on Amazon right now and get it for $17. So that's deceptive. Be careful of sales like that. They had this Pac-Man sign at $35, which isn't bad because you can buy it right now on Amazon for $28.95. So not terrible. A lot of Halloween stuff.
Yeah,
See, everything's 50% off. I'll bet you this store is closing.
but it's buy one, get one, 50%.
Oh, yeah.
You got everything.
Now, I have not heard that this particular FYE is closing, but I think they're down to only one FYE in Connecticut. We're not far from Connecticut. And with all these 50% off signs up, I'm a little bit suspicious. They have to put a warning on saying it has a battery in it.
Oh.
Yeah, his face doesn't, mouth doesn't move.
All right, kid. Fun's over.
$129, oh jeez.
There's the nose I knew.
Yeah. These are some very obscure comic characters from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
$24.99 for an action figure.
Wow.
It used to be like $4, $4 or $5. And I don't think these are even their high-end ones. Like these are. And these are usually like 20. Jesus, $40. I'm pretty sure you can get these for $20, $24 in most places. Could be wrong, but I think so. Because when I went to Ollie's, they had all these on sale for like $9.
Yep.
Or actually less after their discount. That first one I picked up was the Mandalorian Fleet Commander. They had it at $24.99 here. On Amazon right now, it's selling for $14. And that's honestly probably one of the reasons why FYE is going out of business. They just can't compete with Amazon and other online retailers price-wise. Lightsaber desk lamp. I have the originals of these. These are reproductions model kits.
Yep.
And I think I paid less than $35 for the originals from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a bank. A bank.
Oh.
I don't see a price on it, though. No, there's no price on it. Oh, Godzilla. Oh, they have a whole section for Godzilla. From what I've read, this mall has historically done very well, at least up until the mid-2000s or so. It seems like a lot of malls started to show signs of decline around that time, likely due to the growth in online shopping, and they just became less essential. However, as you would expect, the big hit came around 2020 when both the Sears closed and the pandemic hit, which forced the mall to close down. I'm not exactly sure how long this mall was closed, but I'm sure it would have been at least a few months. This obviously hurt businesses everywhere, and then even when the malls reopened, a lot of people just didn't feel comfortable coming back inside to shop. Now, about 5 years later, it seems like we're far enough away from that event that business is starting to pick up at least a little bit. I still have a GameStop. A lot of these are going out of business too. Don't recall this place with its yellow neon. And that's because the last time I was here, that was a Finish Line store. And then, of course, you have the one store that never changes, Spencer's. Oh, another one of these anime stores.
Oh, yeah.
Otaku City. Oh, that's busy. Wonder if there's some sort of event. There must have been, because there were a bunch of kids walking around the mall in full cosplay, and I'm assuming they were coming from that store. So that's kind of cool. That's definitely a good way to bring people into a mall. Now, as I like to ask, if you've ever been to this mall before, or especially if this is your hometown mall, let me know what you think about it in the comments. Do you think it's doing well, or do you think it's struggling? Again, my first impression here is that it's doing better than it was in 2023, but it definitely has room to improve, that's for sure. That being said, while the mall's definitely not super busy, it is busier than a lot of other malls I've been to recently. So here's the food court or the dining pavilion, whichever sign you want to believe. And I would say it's not doing terribly, but it's not doing great either. I'm counting, it looks like 2 vacant spots and 2 open restaurants, plus the newsstand. So roughly 50% occupied if you're not counting the newsstand, which is not great, but I don't know. I've seen much worse, that's for sure. And actually, I'm not sure on the right here if this is 1 or 2 vacant spots. And if anybody knows what used to be in there, let me know in the comments. And I guess that's what counts as their arcade here. Another positive is, again, this was filmed at about 3 o'clock,
Yeah.
so it's not lunchtime, it's not dinner time, and there's still a decent number of customers in here.
I want to get a picture of the ceiling here.
Coming up on the right, just beyond the newsstand, is where the other original anchor store, Denham's, was located, but it only lasted until 1973 when the company went bankrupt. There have been quite a few different anchors there over the years. It was first replaced by Forbes and Wallace, then the Outlet, which closed sometime in the 80s. Then Caldor moved in, but it closed in 1999. Next, it became a Filene's Home Store, which was then rebranded as a Macy's Men's and Home Store in 2006. The Macy's men's store closed in 2015, and for a very short period of time, sometime around 2016 or so, it was a clothing store called Mia Moore, which is now at the other end of the mall. Then, in 2017, Reliant Medical Group signed a 20-year lease for the space, and after some extensive renovations, the Reliant Medical Group offices opened in 2019. Here's the store directory, and you can see all the way at the left where the Sears used to be, it says, "Stay tuned, more shopping in the works." I'll believe it when I see it. Something I've been checking recently are the vending machines at malls to see if they're selling expired soda.
Yeah, not expired yet. February and March. Unlike at Enfield Square.
Oh, okay.
Get a massage. Yes.
And they've still got a Hot Topic. I'm not seeing as many Hot Topics nowadays as I did, say, like 10 to 15 years ago. Coming up on the right is Spencer's, and I actually did do a walkthrough of the Spencer's, but I had to cut the footage because they've got a lot of not safe for work stuff in there. I remember it being like that in the 90s, but I figured by now they would have gotten rid of that stuff because there aren't any warning signs up saying, hey, adults only or anything like that. So just so I didn't get the video demonetized, I did have to cut it out.
I think this was closed the last time we were here too.
Yeah.
Actually, what's this sign say on here? Open for repair, pickup, and drop-offs.
Huh.
Huh. That's weird. So are they open or closed? That's very strange. Unless that sign's been up there for 2 years or so.
Here's the Macy's, the only remaining anchor store in the mall. The building it's in was built around 1997. Before that, based on some old maps of the mall, this used to be one of the mall entrances.
It's the Macy's. Oh, let's take a quick look. They have a Toys R Us right here. Yeah, this is like the size of the one at the Macy's at West Farms we went to. Yeah. Little kids' toys. I'm only interested in the toys for 14-year-olds plus,
Okay.
not these baby toys. Yeah, lots of little kid toys.
Yep.
Apparently Toys R Us is opening up more standalone stores.
Are they?
Yeah, none of them are near us though,
No.
except for the one in New Jersey at the American Dream Mall.
Oh, well.
But that's not really close.
That's really not too near.
Get a giant Mario. What's that cost? $40. That's not bad for something that big.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot more.
Yeah.
Just what's he do?
I guess you can just pose him. I don't think he uses a battery or anything. Yep. But the boxes are all torn up. And a Yoshi. You get a Godzilla mask.
Yep.
See, I remember this was the issue at the Toys R Us over at the Macy's at West Farms. A lot of the stuff doesn't have prices on it.
Oh, right.
There's no price anywhere.
No. That's annoying.
Yeah. Well, this does. Ooh, what is this? It's like in an old VHS box, but an enormous one. Too bad this one's been opened. So this is created for Macy's.
What's in it?
Oh.
Oh, the guy.
Too bad it's not sealed.
Yeah.
What do they have on this? $40.
Yeah.
All right, sit down. I'll take your picture with Jeffrey.
Nope, my mom wasn't having it, but someday I'll get her picture with Jeffrey. For some reason, I suddenly got very itchy.
What's the name of that? Worm.
Yeah, I don't know.
So this is clearly not the busiest mall I've ever been to, but it is busier, I feel, than it was the last time I was here. And it also feels, again, more alive than it did the last time. So hopefully that's a good sign for the future. Like I mentioned, Simon is putting money into this mall. If you notice when we were entering the mall, there was a sign that said Auburn Mall at Simon Mall. That wasn't there 2 years ago. So just the fact that they spent money to put that sign up, I think is a positive. There are other mall owners out there that wouldn't even have done that. If you remember, for example, when I went to the Meriden Mall in Meriden, Connecticut, one of the directories still said Westfield on it. And Westfield has not owned that mall in, I think, over 5 years at this point. So I think that gives you some sort of idea of how some mall owners care about their malls and want them to succeed like Simon appears to. And then other mall owners, I'm not going to say who they are, don't. But let me know what you think about that in the comments. And as always, don't go anywhere yet. Next, we're going to do a drive around of the mall and see what it looks like from the outside. All right, so this building was constructed in 1997. It was originally the Filines, and then, like pretty much every Filines, I think, it became a Macy's in 2006. And then coming up, this is where I entered the mall. And as you'll see, this entrance sign is different than it was 2 years ago. Here's the old Sears building. The Sears closed in 2020. And again, supposedly something else is going to be coming in here according to the directories, but I don't see any indication that any work is being done in here. And I did a quick search on the internet, and I don't see anything in there about any stores moving in here, at least anytime soon. But if anybody has other information about that, please let me know. One feature that I really like about this mall is that it has this vintage sign on the roof. It's actually right above where I am now. You can't see it from the parking lot though, but if you're driving past on the highway, you can see it, and this is what it looks like. And here's the Reliant Medical Group, which, like I mentioned, was originally Denholm's, then Forbes and Wallace, The Outlet, Caldor, Filines, Macy's, Mia Moore, and then finally Reliant Medical Group since 2019. And from what I've seen during the week, this area is very packed. I mean, this is a really active medical center from what I understand. And there you have it. That's the Auburn Mall in Auburn, Massachusetts. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. I've got a lot more mall videos, store walkthroughs, and of course flea market videos coming up. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.